All right, ladies and gentlemen, joining me now is Ian Mcintosh, who is a co-owner of Sea Change Brewing Co. But in addition to that, he is a recipient of Edify Edmonton's Top 40 Under 40 for 2021. Hi, Ian. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm actually really excited to hear more about Sea Change and to hear more about your career path and your journey.
Oh, thanks so much. Yeah.
So first of all, how did it feel to not just be nominated, but to also win 2021 Top 40 Under 40?
Yeah, it it was a shock for sure. Because I you have to be nominated for those things. So it wasn't something that was really at the forefront of my mind as something that could happen. I wasn't really considering that. So when I got the email that I had been I think nominated, I was just flattered. It was very nice to that someone out there thought of me for that honor. So that was great. And then they send you some questions and you fill it all out, and then they say they'll get back to you. So when they told me I was actually accepted into the class of 2021 for this, yeah, I was just floored. So it was great to be recognized. Very cool. Um, yeah, I think that was just it, just sort of astonishment. But looking at what we've done, I think it does sort of make sense. But no, just very cool, very very humbled.
I can imagine so. So now Sea Change Brewing Co. How old or how new is this company?
So we poured our first beer in 2017, December of 2017. So uh, like our tap room in Edmonton just celebrated our third birthday in September. So I'd say let's call us around 4 years old since we started the company.
That's awesome. And Ian, when did this interest sort of spark for you to get involved in the brewery industry?
Yeah, so sort of a long story. I used to play in a band and tour around and work in the hospitality industry in Edmonton, and that was really what I did. And one day at a poker game, oddly enough, someone who was running a brewery said, "Hey, why don't you come and be a sales rep for me?" Because I was working in the hospitality industry, so I knew a lot of people who owned bars and restaurants, and I was sort of in the scene, I guess you could say. And I knew nothing about beer. I knew nothing about sales. Never sold anything in my life. And so I said, "Sure, why not? Let's do this." And turns out I sort of just took to it like a fish to water. So I ended up doing really well with that brewery, and ended up sort of excelling and growing in that company to eventually run it. Uh, and I'd always been entrepreneurial and just very interested in business in general. And it was a great opportunity for me to learn there. I had attempted to buy in as a partner of that business and didn't work out. So I decided to branch out on my own and start Sea Change. And, I think I'm just very happy with the way everything worked out. I forget what that old saying is, but thank God for unanswered prayers or something like that. When I found out I wasn't gonna be able to do a partnership at the brewery I was at, I was very sort of heartbroken by that. But looking back, it was the best thing that could ever happened. And yeah, Sea Change has done just great, and we have a great group of passionate owners. And we do a lot with the community, and it's been an absolute pleasure to be a part of from day one.
Yep, they say everything happens for the best and for a reason. So I also
Yeah,
had read you have also won awards for some of your pills. Let's talk about that. So the Wolf and Death Wave, I believe those are the two that had won awards as well.
yeah. So we've won multiple awards. Uh, I'll probably forget them all. Luckily, we're so lucky that we have so many that I would forget some. But yeah, so most notably on the Canadian Beer Awards, so the national scale, our Death Wave Light Lager won for Best Light Lager, a gold medal in 2020. This past Canadian Beer Awards, we won a gold medal in the Best Blonde Ale in the country. And we also won a gold medal for the Best Sweet Stout for our Turbo Stout. So we have three gold medals from the National Beer Awards, which is absolutely fantastic. And then the pale ale you're mentioning is the Wolf. It's a hazy pale ale, and it's won three awards in a row. It won two back-to-back gold medals at the Alberta Brewing Awards, and then just this last year, it won a silver at those same awards. So, very well represented. And our Gold Knuckle IPA is also an award-winning beer. And I'm sure I'm forgetting some. But yeah, we've done quite well considering that we're so young, relative to some other breweries that have medals in these awards. We've done very, very well.
That's amazing. Huge accomplishments in such a short time span.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so when someone visits your tap rooms, are we able to sample and try the different types of beers and ales you offer?
100%. You can come in, and if you're not sure what you would like, we do offer, smaller 1 ounce little tasters for people if you want to come in and get 4 packs or growlers to go. And if you want to sit in with us, you can get flights of different beers, or you can get pints as well to sit down and eat with a meal. And yeah, all our beers are available.
Super exciting. And let's talk about locations. Where are you exactly located in Edmonton?
So in Edmonton, we're located just off Argyle at 9850 62nd Avenue, off 99th Street in Argyle. So it's actually on what is now, maybe informally known as Happy Beer Street. So there's us, and there's a bunch of other breweries along that strip. So that's where our main production facility is, and tap room. And then we also have a smaller brewery in a town called Beaumont, just south of Edmonton, where we do some recipe development on a smaller system as well. We have a tap room there. So those are the 2 tap rooms. And then in addition to that, you can find us at many bars and restaurants in the Edmonton and surrounding area, as well as all over the province. And all over the province as well, we're in I think we're over 600 liquor stores now, from every corner of the province. You can find us.
Now, Ian, I have to ask you,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've done some amazing things. You're clearly very successful. So for especially the younger audience that's tuned in today, that might still be figuring out their career paths, or they might have like certain passions or ambitions that they want to pursue, any words of advice that you can leave with everyone today?
Oh dear. Yeah. Big responsibility. Well, I would just say, if you have a passion, follow it. Try to do whatever you can to follow, your dreams, so to speak. But if you're doing something you like, it's not as much work. It's easier to get up early and put in the longer hours and sort of beat out the competition in that sense. The other thing that I've always sort of lived by is regarding passion as well. I find, people oftentimes, younger people say, oh, I want to find my passion. I want to find what it is I like. And I don't really like that mentality so much. I am more of you don't find your passion, you have passion. Mm-hmm. So take passion within yourself and apply it to everything you do. In my experience, the entrepreneurial side of me, every job I was ever in, I was always thinking, how could I do this? How could I own this? Or how, just think big, dream big, and take swings. Life's short, have fun, and don't wait to find your passion. Start developing your passion and put it on everything. Be a bright light in the world if you can, and it'll serve you well. It served me well, and yeah.
Thank you so much, Ian. I truly appreciate you taking out your time. And everyone who's tuned in on our social media, you can find all the social media handles for Sea Change as well, just in case you want to check them out. And Ian, it was a pleasure. Hope to see you on air again with us soon.
Oh, anytime. Yeah, it was great meeting you. Have a nice day.
You as well. Thanks.